I've always thought about how AI impacts critical thinking, and MIT took 54 people aged 18 to 39 to learn how artificial intelligence affects their critical thinking abilities. And they took three groups. They had them write a bunch of different SAT essays using ChatGPT, Google, and then nothing at all. True essay test takers. And they recorded their brain activity across 32 regions and found that within those three groups, ChatGPT users had by far the lowest brain engagement and, quote, consistently underperformed at neural, linguistic, and behavioral levels. And it also showed that as they gave them more and more of these essays to do, they just got lazier and lazier each time with each of the subsequent essays when using ChatGPT, to the point where they just were copying and pasting things. And so I think it just shows that some of the harms with respect to AI, and if you are someone who generates a presentation for a group and then uses AI to do that, it goes to sit down in the meeting and is faced with some critical questions or, you know, trying to have a collaborative discussion, that person's not necessarily going to be able to do it because they just had AI generate the whole thing for them or the key components or whatever it might be. And, you can only imagine if you have a group of people who all used AI in different ways to come together for a meeting, their ability to discuss that topic, I think, is hindered. And I think we as lawyers who often in the office collaborate internally with our clients, with co-counsel, whatever it might be, need to be really careful. If you're discussing cases, if you're discussing themes or theories, if you've just shut your brain off for what the last month in whatever you're doing, your ability to, advocate for your client and create value, I think is at risk. So that's why it kind of freaked me out a little bit. And I think it's just going to be something that we always have to keep in mind when we're using AI, to be careful that, we've spent all these years training this muscle as lawyers, researching and writing and doing these things, not to let that skill go. And certainly if you're a new lawyer, you've got to be very, very careful, because I think you need to learn those important skills and then use AI as an awesome tool to make you a better lawyer, not just like a lazier one.